Hello there. So I am getting started. Um, just sharing the lifestyle journey um, with one of our enrollment kits, and that is the Home Essentials kit. And so it has 10 of our most commonly used um, oils in your home. So it's kind of like replacing your medicine cabinet. And so, what I'm going to do is over the next few months, just kind of go through and break down a couple of oils at a time and share some tips and share some information about those oils so that it can help you start to utilize them in your life. And so, a lot of times we make this commitment to buy something or to do something, then we're like, how do I get started? And so that is the purpose of this video today. And so if you have any questions, when I'm done with the video, please feel free to send me a message or contact me by email, give me a call, and we can walk some things that maybe I didn't explain very well through with you. So first of all, how exciting that you've jumped in and you got yourself and your family a kit to get started with essential oils. So that is the first just wonderful thing that I want to congratulate you on. I know sometimes these things that we're not familiar with are scary. And so I wanted to take two oils today that I thought would be important just to share a few tips with because just I find them important and I just don't want something to happen or to not be educated right from the start. So they're two very simple oils, but I'm going to share with you all the greatness that they can do. And then throughout this next few days, I will also give you more information just so that you have it. So I'm going to talk first about lemon. So this is probably one of our most inexpensive oils, and it does such amazing things. So one thing I want to just state about this oil is it's great in water. And when I say in water, yes, you can ingest these. So that's the first point. But I also want to make sure that you know that they cannot be in plastic. So most of you have already maybe changed over and gotten rid of a lot of plastics, but we don't want to put essential oils into plastic because if we're going to be consuming it, because it can eat away at the plastic. These are really powerful oils. So when you're talking about taking care of digestion and things like that, it's a powerhouse. And, I think for $10 our price, what an amazing thing this little 15 milliliter bottle of lemon does for us. So one thing that I will just recommend off the top of my head as I'm going to share some things that lemon can do for you is I have this book. It's a Modern Essentials book, and I can get that for you, or you can go on Aroma Tools and do the same thing and kind of go shopping around getting some oily stuff for yourself. But there's also an app that you can get on your phone for like $6.99, I think. It's an amazing tool because you can put in a symptom and it'll show you what best oils to use, or you can put in an oil and see what the uses for that oil are. So it's a great tool, but I'm just going to kind of go through a few things about lemon. So it's good for clearing the air, so air pollution, anxiety, bites, stings, blood pressure, brain injury, cold sores, colds, concentration, constipation, depression, digestion, disinfectant, dry throat. It's energizing. So any of our citrus blends, they're very uplifting and energizing. So we want to remember that. And then let's see, it can be a furniture polish. It could reduce a fever, flu, exhaustion, heartburn, grief, gum, and grease removal, overeating, so it can help with that, help with your lymphatic system, kidney stones, your physical energy, postpartum depression, purification, relaxation, stress, throat infection, tonsillitis. It's uplifting, varicose veins, and water purification. So that's just to name a few. As we were talking, as I was sharing these with you, the other thing I want to point out when I talked about citrus oils, they are very susceptible to the sun. So do not use them outside. If you're going to be going outside, don't put them on your skin. You can still drink your water, but if lemon gets right on your lip, you'll feel it if you're in the sun. So be very careful with the citrus oils in the sun. So this book just gives you lots of information about lemon oil. So I can share a little bit more about lemon as the day or week goes on. Oops, sorry. But then I wanted to go into and talk about peppermint. Peppermint was the second one that I wanted to just kind of talk about. Peppermint has an amazing amount of benefits. And so one that I use it for is headaches. And the other one would be an upset belly. What else? The other thing I would use peppermint for personally, I'm just talking personally, mainly, decrease the temperature. So my husband and my youngest were sick over the last couple days, last week, and peppermint is temperature reducing. So like for my son, I would put it in his bath, just drop a few drops in there. And so it really worked super well. For headaches, you would put it on your temples or wherever the tension is, wherever you're having some pain. The one thing and why I wanted to share this today and right away is because peppermint is very strong and you do not want it anywhere close to your eyes. So if you are rubbing your temples, if you don't have the diluted one, that's a touch, then you want to make sure you are aware that you want to keep it away from your eyes and wash your hands when you're done so that you're not accidentally rubbing your eyes with your fingers that you've just used peppermint with. So be very careful with that one. That's why I wanted to share that. So peppermint can also keep you very alert. So you can put a drop of this in your hands. Again, keep it away from your eyes. You can put a drop of wild orange or lemon with it, rub it together, breathe it in, and it just really brings like this light to you. It's really good. You can inhale it and get it into your system, into your respiratory system, and you'll just feel alive. It's an antioxidant, helps with asthma, autism, bacterial infections, Bell's palsy, brain injury, chronic fatigue, cold sores, colon polyps, congestion, constipation, cooling cramps, Crohn's disease, diarrhea, endurance, fainting, fever, flu, gamma radiation exposure, gastritis, halitosis, headaches, heartburn, heat stroke, herpes simplex, hives, hot flashes. So even though it's like a warm kind of oil and powerful, it's actually cooling. So just like a fever, hot flashes, it's very helpful for. Let's see, bowel syndrome, itching, lactation. So this does decrease your milk production. So just so you know that. Memory, migraines, motion sickness, MRSA, multiple sclerosis, muscle aches, muscle fatigue, nausea, olfactory loss. So if you've lost your sense of smell, breathe it in. And this is where your olfactory is. Osteoporosis, paralysis, scabies, sciatica, shock, sinusitis, yes, surgical wounds, swollen eyes, tennis elbow, throat infection, ulcers, varicose veins, and vomiting. So it helps kind of just soothe your belly too. This is a good one that I like putting on Mitchell if his belly's a little bit upset. He has a lot of food issues. The main issue is that he doesn't really like any food. But so sometimes his belly gets upset, and peppermint is great for that. Great for all my other kids. A lot of times Max will be like, "Ah, my belly." Peppermint. We'll talk about another one later on in the week. But the main thing is be careful around your eyes. And if you're going to put it on your skin, you can dilute it with fractionated coconut oil. So you would just put a drop of this in your hands, squirt a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, rub it together, and then if it's muscle aches or if it's a belly ache, rub it on your belly. So that's my tips for today, starting with lemon and peppermint. So I hope that helps a little bit just to get you started knowing some uses that you can use them for. The other thing I'll just say really quick before I go is just for getting started purposes is I want you to know that on each bottle, if you look on the bottle and it says supplement facts, see right there, that means it can be ingested. So that means you can put it in your water, you can put it in a gel cap, anything like that. If it does not have that, like I'm grabbing Balance, then you do not want to ingest it, okay? So this is just another blend we'll talk about. So that is lemon and peppermint for today, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, and then in another couple days, I want you to get used to using these too. So with lemon, what you can do, I'm going to give you another tip really quick, is put a couple drops on your countertop, or your sink. I love doing it on my sink, and then I wipe it down. It's a fresh smell. You can put it in your diffuser. I have a citrus blend always going in my powder rooms just to keep them fresh and clean smelling. I use this to wipe down the toilet, so you can get a washcloth or however you use, whatever you use to wipe down. I have wipes, so I get them a couple drops of this on it, and then wipe down the toilet or whatever, the handlebar, the hardware, wipe it down with lemon, and it smells great. So it has benefits. You're not having any harmful chemicals going while you're cleaning. They're only beneficial, and they do an amazing job. So thank you for your time this morning. If you have any questions, let me know.